Whoa. It just jumps right the hell in, huh? Okay. Well, today we're playing Remnant from the Ashes. Or more accurately, I'm trying it. This is more of a inspective, speculative try, I suppose. Because I don't know what to make of this game. And so this is like, maybe I'll do a series on it, or maybe this will be the only thing, and this is the point of this video. Because it's incredibly strange, because it's advertising itself as being Souls-like, so that's the perspective I'm entering this as, is it's supposed to be a Souls-like. But it's a Souls-like shooter, and admittedly it's like the third or fourth game I've played I'm a Souls-like, but I have guns, which is a confusing premise to begin with. But like that's already strange, because you're inherently changing the core combat to be a completely different thing. And I can only imagine that they're only calling it that because, oh, but we have a stamina meter and a dodge roll, but otherwise it's a shooter with completely different design philosophies. Because everything from level design to combat design to everything completely changes the moment you make it a shooter as its primary focus. And so that's already making it really shaky as a comparison to even try to call it a Souls-like at that point. But then having boss fights does not make you a Souls-like. Just to be clear, like, Destiny, Anthem, and Borderlands exist already in this realm of being shooters with boss fights and stuff, and numbers popping up when you shoot people and everything. Like, if anything, it sounds like it might be one of those, but with a roll. The next red flag I'm concerned about is that it says it randomizes your level design every run. Apparently, if you and a bunch of friends all play this game separately from each other, you all have different campaigns, and if you join somebody else's world, you play their level layout, and it's supposed to your level layout. Like I don't think it's a roguelike. I don't think it resets every time you die or anything. But each playthrough has a different campaign layout, which has the appeal on surface value is what they want you to think as being all like, yo, replay value. The game's gonna change each time. But like, much like the Chalice dungeons from Bloodborne, I think that they generally got less replay than the main game, because just having a really good game that you can approach a few different ways is replay value, because you can be like, yo, let's check out this type of playing this game, and I like this game so much I want to play it again, is replay value. Having a bunch of bland hallways that rearrange themselves slightly isn't necessarily replay value, because it's not even necessarily, not only is it usually less interesting the first time, the ways that it rearranges doesn't necessarily usually make the follow-up runs more interesting either. So I don't know. There's a lot of red flags here where I'm worried, because one of my favorite genres is what's being evoked here by name, but it's just full of like all of the things I don't want, like looter shooters and procedural generation and everything like that, where I'm like, am I going to be stuck in a series of bland hallways shooting the same enemies in the head over and over again, and we're gonna all pretend this has anything to do with Dark Souls? Because I don't know. Let's see some character designs. I want to see what kind of range this character creator has.
Looks like it could be useful. This could be useful. Well, this looks like it was important.
Oh, they're talking each time because it's randomizing their voices too.
This looks like it could be useful. This could be useful.
This looks like it could be useful. This looks like it was important. Once.
This looks like it could be useful.
All right, we got a vague sense of what they got here.
This could be useful. What's this doing here? Wonder what this is.
I basically can't hear their voices over the music, but
I wonder what this is.
I wonder what this is.
Wonder what this is.
I wonder what this is.
What's this doing here?
I can dig it. Sure. Oh, what do we got here? Okay, so now we've got the settings menu. You make a character before you even get access to the settings, which is a bit of a surprise. Let's try to make it so we can hear voices at all by just tipping these down a little bit. See if that works out. So I'm going to play keyboard and mouse, which is the last thing I'd ever want to do in a Souls-like game, generally speaking, because you have a dodge roll and circle strafing, and, well, circle strafing's fine with keyboard and mouse, but I mean, like, you're usually manipulating a third-person character in melee range, and that usually demands controllers more, but I don't think we have a lock-on this time around. We'll see. But if I'm aiming a gun, I would inherently want to... I'd want to use a mouse, generally speaking. Shift camera. Left shift. Oh, right. It's a third-person game, so that's you're changing what side the camera's on. Yeah, that's going to be weird. Okay. Nice number of options here. That's good. I'm going to go ahead and cap the frame rate at 60 because recording means that it can screw with everything. Minimize input latency at a cost of a performance loss, which is hopefully not frame rate. Hopefully it's like view distance or something. Oh, there's motion blur. Get out of here. That's what I was looking for. How dare you. Get out of all of my games. You're gonna have health bars, damage, aim snap. Hello. That would help for a controller, I suppose. Okay, I think we're about ready to go. Oh, that's how you make new characters, as you go over here. I don't see any mention of picking a class. Just to double check. Yeah, it's just it was all cosmetic. So there's no class picking yet, if there is any classes.
What can we do when our last hope fails? That you must discover. Our last hope sailed this sea before you, in search of an end to the beasts that have hunted us for generations. An end was found, or so we thought, when the dragon rose into the sky like a phoenix, blazing in flames of agony. But our hero never came home. Only the storm, the beasts, the unshakable dread that something had twisted and turned. The journey will not be easy. Storm swirls round the dragon's tower like a shroud. The dragon may be dead, but in its ashes, I fear something else has awoken. You will fight for every step. You must reach the tower, learn what became of our warrior, face what lurks within. When our last hope fails, another shall take its place. So long as we have breath.
That's some strong art direction. Also wasn't expecting to see myself on a boat with a sword. This session will be joinable after completing the tutorial. Pretty strong character appearance for a randomly generated one too. I'm happy with how that came out. In particular, I was jazzed to see a rare hairstyle, which is like bouncing like curls and everything. I'm like, those, you don't see those in video games. There's really specific rules about what kind of hair you can put in video games usually, where it's almost always short cropped hair for dudes. And if it's longer hair for dudes or longer hair for women or whatever, it's usually a ponytail, or it's braided, or somehow confined so that there's an explanation for how little it moves. Even Lara Croft has her hair tied back, and then the hair, like, flops around in the wind, but only from that one little spot at the end of her ponytail, mostly. Like, there's a lot of attempts to, like, try to make hair animate as little as possible, because it looks like it looks terrible on a regular basis, and also it's like a resource constraint, and it ups the polygon count of your protagonist and stuff like that. And so having a big old piece of like bouncy curls all over my head, I'm like, that's just a different look for a video game protagonist. That's actually, it's a technical constraint oriented thing that we normally don't get to have. Type of thing you don't usually think about. Well, that's weird. We're getting a little hint at some of the strangeness here. Is she moving her head around? Oh, she is moving her head. I thought me moving the camera was somehow shaking her hair. No, that's good. Her head's moving. It's just hard to see because it's also when my camera's moving. It looks pretty good. That's neat. I wonder if they're doing something cool with like terrain mapping or something where it's like not actually a 3D model, but some other effect that they do. Like how somebody was talking about how like in Satisfactory, the 3D looking rocks are actually themselves not necessarily, are like a particle effect or something. We're getting a little outside of my expertise. Strong art direction. I do want to give this game a chance. I'm just confused by its genre definition, or how it's trying to advertise itself. Alright, shift is run. Camera is obviously... Alt is crouch. Hopefully I don't ever have to alt... hopefully I don't ever have to crouch in an emergency. Or I'll have to remap that to a button that's not stupid. Like at least controller. See? Alt is... I gotta reach my thumb over there under the WASD. Almost makes me wonder if the game is made for controllers. But it's a shooter. So of course I want to play with not controllers. Like, oh, there's my dodge. So I guess you can't jump, or at least you can't climb or vault over that. Space is dodge. That's what happens when you don't press anything. There's my side dodge, back dodge, forward dodge. So if you just press it on a reflex, you just kind of crouch and hope for the best. Maybe they'll have horizontal strikes that they can just crouch under instead of rolling away from. Okay. Let's see here. I need you to calm down. Ooh, horizontal and vertical camera sensitivity. And aiming sensitivity. Oh god, and scope sensitivity. Oh, and they move one pip at a time. I mean, I'm gonna want you to all be down, but having to adjust you all individually is a little rough. Or, so, yeah, wow. That's some fine control if you're having aiming trouble, at least. But having to click this many times is also a little rough. But yeah, my sensitivity seems to be up. It's like jerking everywhere, and the moment I get into a fight, that's gonna be a problem. There we go. Bloodwort. Consumable items. They offer temporary aid that can be found in the world or purchased from merchants. Consumables will be automatically equipped once picked up if there are no other consumables in the inventory. So just press 1. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'm already hurt from the crash. Yeah, ooh. Okay. Okay. That is a life gem. That is a very, very slow heal. So do not use as an emergency in combat. It's definitely a maintenance heal. Still, more exploitable in a ranged game. Because you can keep away from incoming attacks better. You guys alright up there? Hey, buddy. Whoa! How you doing? Sprinting and dodging depletes your stamina. Stamina replenishes over time. You gonna throw something at me? What-a? Alright. Oh, his head's in the wall. There we go. Alright. I'm a little worried because those tutorials are popping up on the top of the screen. I might have missed a few because they subtly fade in and fade out. But I can probably pick up a lot of the stuff by intuition. Hey there. Whoop. Oh, okay. They're not heavily stunned by your attacks. Okay, back down to half health. You definitely got the durability of a Souls character. But without the Estus flask so far. Oh, we can vault. Oh. Oh, okay. Let's be very careful. You hit him! That's great. Ow. I'm not judging my range very well. I'm about to die. I am going to die. Oh, I think I hear the warrior I'm supposed to find fighting. Okay, the flashing's a bit much right now. No? Well, there's some warrior I'm supposed to find, and it would seem... Oh. Seems like he's fighting in there. I die in one hit, which is not great for me. Oh, this is a lot of enemies with no heals. Oh. I'm here to exploit the wall. So first thing that stands out to me is strange. My sword swings do not consume stamina, which is kind of a core element of the genre they're mimicking here. It might be because this is the only section where I use a sword, so there's no system in place for stamina and swords to coincide. Or maybe melee weapons are in this game more than I thought. Okay, someone's definitely fighting somewhere. Oh. Can I have a healing item though? I don't see anything that looks like an item pickup.
In there.
Hurry up,
be
Evelyn!
okay.
We got company! Move! Move!
I had the feeling that maybe I was supposed to die during that level because there was no healing items. So I wonder if that was that's the outcome the first time you die no matter what, and your victory for beating the whole level is getting that scene.
You're awake.
there! Whoa, take it slow. You got hurt real bad. You don't want to start bleeding again, do you?
I'm supposed to think that you're actually a child doing that voice, not a guy definitely trying to do like a kid's voice. That's gonna stand out to me like crazy. Who are you? And are you 45?
I'm Wallace. I wanted to see you. I asked the commander if I could.
How did I get here?
Oh, Commander Ford and Mr. Wriggler found you outside. They brought you here. But they said Mark wasn't coming back.
Was that Mark outside?
Never mind. The commander said you should come see her when you woke up. She's in the room down the hall. She'll find a place for you. Everyone's got a place. I'll see you later.
Okay. Going into this with the expectations of guns, I'm continually surprised, and then re-surprised back around to being confused by the previous thing that I thought I'd learned about the game. So I was like, oh, we're going up to like a weird lighthouse and a boat, and we got a sword on our back. I'm like, oh, we're an old-timey adventurer, and we're gonna get like into a time warp by the demons into the future where all the guns are happening. I'm like, that's fun. We're gonna be a fish out of water character that's like from a different era, and like, all right, time to learn about these fire sticks. But no, I just didn't have a gun for some reason in a world where people have guns, which is a fun surprise, I guess, but also, I don't know, maybe less interesting than the thing that I started to think was going to happen. That kind of let me believe. 15th of December, 1968. Lieutenant Evelyn Cedar? I think it's Cedar. One of only 7 survivors to make it off the atoll. We had to abandon Ward 16 and retreat to Central here in Ward 13. Everyone else, they're all dead. Harsgard, Neville, Green, Parker, Mackenzie, every last one of them is gone. We're the only ones left. The Root invaded Ward 13 too. There are bodies everywhere. Root and human both. The Root? Oh hey, the texture of the paper loaded in. So the Roots are those creatures I'm fighting. You guys see that little Langolier looking motherfucker? The ball of teeth that was in a robe or something? Because that stood out to me. Thankfully the Root left for some reason. The place is abandoned. The Dreamers are gone. That's what the Root came for. I don't know how I know that, but I'm certain of it. The Root and the Dreamers are connected somehow. I can feel it. When the Dreamers were killed, the Root no longer had a reason to stay. Captain Ford, commander now, I guess, says we're holed up here while figuring out our next move. He's fixed the crystal so nothing can follow us from the atoll, and there are only a few physical entrances. It should be defensible for as long as we need it. God, this is a hell of a Hanukkah. 15th of April, 1969. It's been months now. The ward almost feels normal. We cleaned the bodies out, though there are some doors we still can't get into. Commander Ford has us looking for survivors, getting them into the ward. He's a brave man. Smart. Not like the bastards who got us into this mess. Thanks to Ford, we survived the first wave of the Root invasion, which is more than can be said for the rest of the world. The Root didn't just come out of the wards. They attacked all over, all at once. No one was ready. Armies were overwhelmed. France even tried nukes. Nukes on their own land. And then they went quiet. Yes, probably because of the nukes. We've lost all communication with anyone. The city's a war zone. That is a hell of a low-hanging tail for a Z. Holy shit. That's what a G looks like. Come on, man. That's way too far. That's the city's a war gone. We're surviving, but barely. How long can we do this? So yeah, this is our world. France is here. So this is set on Earth in 1969, or at least these notes are from 1969. So it's the past, an alternate past. So I guess this is a version of the world where alien demon monster things attack in the 60s and completely transform the world into a post-apocalyptic gun-toting game. So that'll explain the kind of era of guns we're going to have to some extent. Unless they just start getting weird with it. How long can we do this? 3rd of May, 1969. I've been having dreams lately. I hear the root, smell them, watch them from inside their own heads as they hunt down and slaughter the survivors. When I wake up, I can still feel their joy, their rage. Sometimes, it takes a while to remember who I am, where I am. It's freaking me out. 24th of May. We lost so many people today. Took control of a water tower, though. It'll keep us alive, but I keep wondering if it's worth it. So many died so that we can, what, scrape by until they kill us too? Commander Ford spoke for the dead, assured us their sacrifices would not be forgotten. So long as we have breath, he said, we have hope. I wish I could believe that. June 2nd. Ran across some old letters and journals from the folks who lived here before. They were full of hope, excitement. Andrew, Commander Ford, caught me reading, but I guess he's been reading them too. He said their hope worried him. It was misguided, he said, just like we were in Ward 16, just like I am now. I couldn't help but snort. What the hell did he have to be hopeful for? He laughed when I told him. He actually thinks we'll survive, that we'll come back from this somehow. I thought he was naive, but his hope is what's kept us going, isn't it? It's kept us alive so far. I must have said as much because he smiled and said we were only alive because of the people like me. People who caught details he missed and challenged his optimism. He said my cynicism made his optimism more real. I'm laughing again just thinking about it. Of all the things to be worried about, he's worried about having hope? And he thinks I'm keeping us alive? God, what a man. 12th of August. Had another root dream last night. This one was different. Real. They were waiting for us. In my dream. Near the hotel courtyard, where we've been growing food. I told Ford about it. I thought he'd dismiss it. God knows my CO did that often enough. But he said it was worth checking out. Good thing, too. Because they were there. Waiting. We fought them off. Because of my dream. Afterwards, I admitted my other dreams to Ford. Said it'd been going on for a while. He wanted me to tell the others, so I told the rest of the 7. We'll see what happens. But I think it was the right call. He's a good man, Andrew. I always knew it, but he's a good man. 15th of August. This is extensive. It's like when you get the journals in Mist. Okay, but what would it even look like if I hit on the leader of the ward? He doesn't need that right now. We're just trying to survive. Who the hell thinks of dating in a post-apocalyptic hellscape? 16th of August. Screw it, I'm asking him out. 17th of August. Well, hell. Turns out my feelings were mutual. Andrew didn't get to say anything because he was worried about a relationship, what a relationship might do to leadership within the ward. Would it look like favoritism? Would it affect how the others saw me? What about when we argued? He started asking 1,000 questions. Until I shut him up. And I realized, as I was shutting him up, that this was the point. No matter how risky it might be, love is exactly what makes surviving worth the trouble. Besides, we have a goddamn common foe out there. It's not like we'll ever disagree on that. Did we just skip forward 2 years? Well, just over a year. From 69 to the 1st of January 1971. Holy hell, I forgot about this old thing. Guess you could say I've been distracted. Andrew and I got married last month, and today I'm pregnant. I haven't told Andrew yet. I want to keep it to myself a little longer. It's hard to believe there's a life inside me, a new person who didn't exist before. It was Andrew's idea. I thought he was crazy for even bringing it up. Who would raise a child on this creep show of an Earth? Him and his damn optimism. But he's right. Children are the only future we have. I don't know what will happen to this little one, or hell, to us. But bringing a child into this world, the root are trying to rip away from us, feels like rebellion. It feels like hope. And god damn if that's not exactly what we need right now. Wow, okay, we got someone's entire backstory all the way leading up to their marriage and childbirth, and now the kid that they have to worry about dying. And they use that pretty decent trope in post-apocalypses where you have a child that is born who never encountered the world before. Common enough in like Walking Dead and The Last of Us and so on, where you have somebody who doesn't understand that there was a better world anymore because it's been going on for so long. I'm guessing that's who that kid was. So that means that journal's probably been abandoned for a while. I could use a flashlight, it's very dark. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
The ward was once a loud, crowded place. Feels like a tomb these days.
Hey, samesies haircut. Yay.
Poor Wallace. Losing Mark like that. Ford keeps us in the dark, figuratively and literally.
Well, not a soul here who ain't hurting with folk they've lost.
Alright, everyone's in the exact same mood at the moment. I guess when a death just swept over everyone, that'll happen.
Wallace been not following his brother's footsteps. You go out those doors without enough bullets, you end up dead.
That voice is coming from you, huh?
Take care, friend.
Sometimes I wonder what life must have been like before all this.
I hope the commander lets you stay.
I hope you don't have too many more lines as the fake kid.
Hey, I got my eye on you. Don't try nothing.
It's one of those things where I can see fine-ish. I'm just slightly concerned that when the video comes out, that this area might be annoyingly dark after the YouTube compression and everything. Dark gray is not YouTube's favorite color. And that's like the only color besides some yellow and orange. Going for that little hint of that blue-orange contrast that catches the eye.
Oh, traveler. Hey, friend. Reactor's just through that door and down the stairs. Keep your wits about you.
Are you? I'm not entirely sure. Got a vague hint of that Lee Everett, but I'm not confident. Makes me wonder if that guy in particular gets more lines. He stands out more with this unique amputated leg. And he's alone in a room, so yeah, he probably has more lines, so he might be voiced by Lee Everett. That's not the actor's name. Alright, so control on top, reactor, ward, then research below. Just gonna keep poking her. Oh, we're going down.
Damn it, Les. Where are you? I swear, if you try scaring me, I'll... Ugh.
Somebody missing around here?
What? Where the hell did you come from? You nearly scared the life out of me. No one else wandering around down here. You're not from around here, are you? Name's Ace. Ace Cotterill? You?
What are you doing down here?
Looking for my friend, Les. He said he was coming down here to fix a few things. That was days ago. No one's seen him since. Everyone else wrote him off, but not me. I think maybe he... you know.
Why would he wander off?
He just wanted to get away for a bit. Les likes to keep to himself. It's hard to do in the ward, you know. So, you ever start a reactor?
How hard could it be?
So you figured you'd just come down here and wing it. Lucky for you, it's just the press of a button on the terminal above us. Would have done it myself, but without knowing what might come sniffing around. With the two of us, though, maybe we got a chance. Okay, so I have an idea. You go upstairs and start the reactor. I'll help you kill whatever comes our way. You probably need a weapon, huh? Let's see if I can find you something.
Oh, here's the classes. I also think I might have skipped ahead. I think I was supposed to go talk to the commander back there, but the game's letting me do the next quest anyway. Because I don't think I was necessarily on a mission to like investigate a reactor yet. But here I am. I just wanted to explore a bit. We have a hunter, an ex-cultist, and a scrapper. You're definitely winning me over with that hat. What do we got here? Repeater pistol, coach gun, and scrap hatchet. Hunting rifle and scrap sword. Shotgun and scrap hammer. I do like a shotgun. I'm not entirely sure what a coach gun is compared to a shotgun necessarily. But that scrap hatchet's kind of neat too. The ex-cultist specializes in mid-range combat and support. Armed with the powerful coach gun, sturdy repeater pistol, and deadly scrap hatchet, the cultist controls the mid-range with excellent burst damage. Their mod, Mender's Aura, casts an area effect heal that gradually restores health for all teammates. The Scrapper specializes in close-range combat and melee damage. Armed with devastating shotgun, repeater pistol, and massive scrap hammer, the Scrapper is the best when close to their enemy. Their mod, Hot Shot, imbues their ammunition with fire to give it a chance to set their enemies on fire. Want to go basically full melee, because shotgun's about that range. Everyone just has a generic pistol. Hunter specializes in long-range combat, armed with ultra-precise hunting rifle, sturdy repeater pistol, versatile scrap sword, and the hunter excels at taking out their targets before they get close. Their mod, Hunter's Mark, marks enemies, allowing the hunter and their teammates to see targets through walls. It also increases critical hit chance against marked targets. Well, as a shooter player in general, I'm mostly a mid-range person. Shotguns are nice, but using anything other than a shotgun, I have trouble aiming at close range. And long range, I also have trouble aiming at, but also is extra situational, where you're kind of screwed when you don't have a team to rely on to make it possible for you to be long range. But yeah, I guess this game has full campaign co-op, which is certainly an option. But I think I'm sold here on the outfit and the rifle and the saw blade melee weapon.
There, that should improve our odds. Get up there and start the reactor.
I just simultaneously unlocked a lot of achievements. Oh no, are the achievements bugged? Did you guys bug the achievements? First trait, 10 traits, 20 traits, 30 traits. Upgrade any trait to 10, upgrade any trait to 20. What?
Get up there and start the reactor.
That sounds bugged. Unless I somehow skipped the entire progression. Yeah, there's not 10 and 20. Trait rank 10, because 5, 4, 1, I guess. So you level up these stats. You have your health, your stamina, and your mod power generation. Aren't those basically the stats from Borderlands? Like, health. Well, they didn't have a stamina system in that game. I don't think. They had a special power charging thing. How do I use my traits? Or my mod power generation? Equip mod. Huh. That's what I specialize in too. Most of my points are into this mod thing. I don't know how to use it yet. Oh well. So mouse wheel switches between your two melee weapons. There must be like a melee button in this game. Like a switch to melee weapon button. Left mouse button. No, that's just how you fire it. Switch weapon is X. Alt fire mode is F. X is just an alternative for mouse wheel. I don't know. I'm not in a hurry to melee, so it's fine. Unauthorized uses of this terminal is prohibited. Refer to operation blah 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 blah. Here we go. View fault logs. System running below optimal threshold. High drain rate reported. Higher temperatures. Major fault. Coolant flow malfunction detected. Emergency power down sequence initiated by administrator. It already has an admin log and everything. I assume that are these resolved situations? Comprehensive system failure. Condensation detected inside the component framework, shifting to emergency standby protocol. Period of errant seismic activity has once again compromised key reactor components. What's going on down there in defense research? Multiple systems irreparably damaged, cause unknown. Requisite operation functions offline. Powering down central core. Emergency power systems activated. That sounds like we're not supposed to turn this on. Let's do some tests. Failed. 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 Alright. Oh, is it because they're offline? It says initialize. This doesn't seem like a good idea. Hopefully it doesn't explode.
Alright, get ready for guests.
So we get attacked just because there's noise? I feel like there wasn't like a door to keep them out, so I'm a little worried about that. There we go. Took longer to get a headshot than it should have. My bad. Ah. Oh, you can't dodge it you can't dodge it by strafing, apparently. Might need to turn the sensitivity down even more. It's twitchy. Damn. That headshot crit. It's a very forgiving aiming. Yeah, I'm still here. We're good. In this Gears of War Horde mode we're doing. There really is a Gears of War vibe from the fact that, like, it's the last remnant of humanity as a crazy horde has wiped everybody out and we're the last population center left. Alright, so far there's one enemy, which appears to be the only enemy so far. We got one hint of like a screaming thing that seemed to summon them earlier. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm missing some astonishingly close shots. There we go. How you doing? Whoa, it's over. Is it though? Is it over? Oh, that's, oh, you melee by not aiming. I guess that's straightforward. You okay? Was she secretly not doing damage?
I got ya!
There. That should do it. You fought good. Real good. Ford made the right choice sending you down here. You best go check in with Ford. Come visit my shop sometime, yeah? I'll make sure to give you the good in a fight discount.
Joke's on you. Commander Ford never sent me down here. They forgot to actually make you talk to him. And if you explore without going straight to the guy they would tell you to go to, which I think is what a lot of people inherently do when they're playing RPGs, is want to poke around and look for optional things or explore and then go to the place they told you to go to. You maybe skip the story? Did I just skip the introduction to Ford, I wonder? We'll see if when I talk to Ford, they're like, "Hi, I'm Ford. This is my name and motivation." And then I talk to him a second time, like, "Wow, you did it." Or if it just straight up will skip to as if we've met each other before. Because that's some iffy quest scripting. If that's happening. Just goes upstairs. I don't see a ton of things to investigate around here. Alright. I accidentally ingratiated myself to everybody immediately. Without even having the context for it. But there we go, got our first gunfight.
Sure is good to have some light around here. You're risking a lot for folks you don't know, stranger.
My mission is more important than the risks.
Ah, yes. You're trying to get yourself to that little island, yeah? Word moves fast when there ain't many words left around here. Listen, friend, I know you don't know me from a can of paint, but I want to help. You got a feeling of destiny about you. You're gonna save the world, ain't you?
I'll try.
That's the spirit. Here, I want you to have this. Not many people can keep the spirits out there in the world. An old friend told me this little bauble could keep you from death at bay. At least for a while. And if you're looking to buy other treasures for your travels, come see me. Ace has got her own space over there. Between us, we got all sorts of treasures. But that stone there, free of charge. Take good care of it.
Thanks for the help.
Oh, one more thing. Ellen, Commander Ford, she knows more about that island than she lets on. Ask her about the founder of Ward 13. She'll get you on your path. Oh, traveler.
Dragonheart could be used to replenish lost health. There are a limited number of uses before the power is depleted. Dragonheart charges are replenished upon resting at a checkpoint or dying. Okay, so there's the Restus Flask. It showed up. I was curious about that. I was also curious about the fact that the game had a press Q to heal button. It was in the controls when the 1, 2, 3, 4 seemed to be my heals, but that's the difference.
Been a while since I was in a fight like that.
Alright, let's go meet Commander Ford. And hopefully I get an introduction and we didn't just skip it. I just wanted to poke around. I was like, hey, I spawned into a map. I'm gonna just start walking around, not look for any command waypoint markers or anything. But it seems to have immediately become a problem because I didn't go to the telegraphed flashing light bulb over the doorway that usually means go here.
Well, well, look who's awake. Well, stranger, you are a wonder. Showing up at our door, surviving a root attack, and then getting our power back. I'm Commander Ford. This is my base. You, friend, are an unexpected guest, but we're glad for the help. And I see Reggie gave you the dragon heart. He wouldn't part with an artifact that powerful without a good reason.
He thinks I have a destiny.
Then, I imagine he said I could help you. Very well. Reggie may play the old fool, but his judgment is rarely off the mark. You've proven yourself reliable, stranger. I'm willing to help you get on your way.
To the game's credit, it's straight up like, well, look who's awake, like it's our first introduction, but then she transitions to, oh, you've already taken care of those things. It didn't, like, confusingly skip the introduction, or skip, or have me, like, talk to her twice or something like that to initiate secondary conversation. So, like, they somewhat predicted that strange outcome from that would happen. I'll take what help I can get.
But I doubt you'll last long out there without help. Go see Riggs and McCabe downstairs. They'll fit you with better gear. Come see me afterwards. Go get yourself better protection from Riggs and McCabe. Then we'll talk.
Lights are on. What about that massive failure? That seemed worrying. Okay, what's over there? It looks like it might be the weird crystal with the swirly design on it thing that we see in the loading screens. I've got a whole lab set up around that. Okie dokie. Oh, child is sprinting at me.
It's nice not being in the dark anymore.
Hey, Ford wants to see you. I sure wouldn't keep her waiting.
No, she doesn't. We're well past that point. I gotta find my way back downstairs. Oh, it's through here, okay. I'm like, I just came from there. I should be able to find it. Ah, the lights are on. And here's where we just came from. I'm supposed to be looking for the armory. I haven't been down here yet. That's probably the armory. Or, well... this looks more like... mechanic? No, that might be the armory. This is more mechanics.
What?
Ford said you had supplies for me.
Ford's gonna give my time to every stray who wanders in. And we're having words. I'm McCabe. I'm the engineer. And you're a pain in my ass. I'm not some scrap peddler. Got it? I don't upgrade trash.
Got it.
Alright then. Let's see what we're dealing with here. This'll help keep you on your feet. Along with anyone else fool enough to join you. That's all you get for now. Get me more components and I'll make more. For a fee. Now get out of here. I'm tired of your yapping jaw.
For a fee? Is there even a currency system nowadays? Thanks.
Yeah.
Ah, maybe that's where we get the healing mod. I'm supposed to... Yep, Mender's Aura. Now we have it. Weapon mods are used to augment the power of your ranged weapons. When equipped, the weapon generates mod power by inflicting damage on enemy targets. When the power meter is full, press F to activate the weapon mod. Weapon mods activate immediately. Or some activate immediately, some are activate in alternate fire mode, which is the fire ammo thing we saw. For weapons allowing you to shoot more powerful projectiles with devastating effects. Weapon mods can be equipped by going to the inventory screen, selecting a ranged weapon, hitting X to equip the weapon mod. So it's weapon specific. It's not like class wide. Unless I can put on all my weapons at the same time. Heals 10 health per second for 10 seconds. Yeah, you can only put it into one weapon. How much health do I have? This is my character screen. My character screen... Oh, advanced stats. Okay. My offensive stats, miscellaneous. I have 102.5 health. So, that will fully heal me, basically, minus 2 health. But I'm not down to less than 2 health, or I'm probably dead. So, that's good. Apparently, health regen per second is going to be a thing at some point, which... Okay. That seems very effective of a stat to have access to. I have negative resistance to bleed and burning, but I have positive resistance to rot, radiation, corruption, corrosion, and shock. Light encumbrance, so we have a system where our armor has a weight, and that probably affects your roll speed and the stamina and all that. There's a chance that this is an alright game. But I'm still really baffled by the Souls comparison. Maybe they'll earn it in some way. I can't tell. We've been playing for about an hour, and I've fought one enemy a lot. And that's it so far. And because it's all linear tutorials, I have no idea what the level design's like. If you can call it level design when it's randomized, I mean, it's still level design, but it won't be like... I don't think we're gonna have like the Bloodborne ladder at any point, for example. But I'm curious. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting what button is talk. It's Sinking City's fault. Sinking City has you left click to talk to people, which is a dangerous habit to establish.
Hey, it's good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to Ward 13.
Did you help me?
I did what I could to patch you up. You seem like a tough one, though. Name's Wriggler. Most everyone calls me Riggs. Well, your, sword was pretty banged up in the fight. Not much I could do with it, I'm afraid. The blade was shattered when we found you. Mostly scrap metal at this point. Ford mentioned we should help you get sorted for the city, as a thanks for getting us out of a bind. Ah, maybe we can put your old blade to good use after all. Let me look.
Upgrading guns and armor. Riggs can upgrade your guns and armor with materials found in the world or by defeating enemies. Upgrading your guns and armor is essential to keeping up with the increasingly difficult enemies in this game. I gotcha. Let's upgrade my coach gun. That seems like a... Oh yeah, I have 6 out of 4, so boom. Well, how big is the upgrade? 102, 112.2. RPS. Rounds per second? Is that the firing rate? Maybe? Anyway, stronger equals good. And I just unlocked several more achievements. So the achievements are definitely bugged and just kind of a mess right now. Not that matters.
Oh, and take this. It's not the strongest stuff, but more protection than what you've got. Ah, there you go. A bit sturdier. Every little bit counts out there.
Can you even spare the supplies?
It's true. We don't have much, but you did right by us. Best we do right by you. If you need any weapon upgrades in the future, come see me. I bet Ford will see you fit to leave now. Here's hoping there's not an army of Deadwood waiting for you out there.
There we go. Return to Commander Ford. I think this last briefing will be all we have time for today, though. Because unfortunately, this is just about how much time I have at the moment. Oh, there's another door over here.
Good to see you more equipped. Riggs and McCabe do good work. I hope this will be enough to get you on your way. We can't leave by the gates now, but the founder, my grandfather, gave me this key years ago. He said we should only use it when there's no other choice. Well, we are out of choices. Considering you stuck your neck out for us, it seems fitting you do the honors. Take it. There's a terminal downstairs in the main room. Use the key there. With any luck, we can get the thing running.
And if this blows us all to hell?
Well, here's hoping it doesn't.
Oh boy. What could go wrong? I guess that's the equivalent of a privacy screen in a place like this. Trying to wall it off and to give yourself some semblance of having different rooms because this place is all converted and all that. Yep, that's about the time we have for today. So, thanks for watching like always, guys. There's a link to in the description to this game. It's a Steam page. It might also be on other platforms. I'll have to make up my mind whether I want to see more of this at a future date once a slot opens up in the schedule. Or if I think this might be just a weird experiment. It looks competent at the very least. It's interesting. I don't know if it's going to come anywhere near scratching the itch that I would want it to scratch from it claiming to be what it is, which is just a weird move, but I guess it's really popular for indie and AA games to just kind of cling to a popular darling amongst the audience, like the Souls franchise, to boost sales, but it might lead to people coming in wanting something that the game isn't, and you can't blame them if you tell them that it might be that other thing. You can't really blame them for expecting the game to be something that it isn't at that point. But see you guys next time.